is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees with your very first regular season post-game recap of the 2023 season. The New York Yankees come out on top 5-0 over the San Francisco Giants with their first opening day shutout since 1988. They looked excellent today. The pitching was excellent today. Gerrit Cole was excellent today. The offense was excellent today. We'll talk about everything we need to talk about. Before we get into everything, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you guys know when we post. We've got you guys with daily Yankee coverage, whether it be podcasts, post-game recaps, highlights, prospect reports, and all the different fun stuff we're going to be doing this year to talk about the New York Yankees. So stay tuned for that. But with that being said, let's get started with the pitching side of the ball. And Gerrit Cole looked incredible today. Gerrit Cole tossed 6 innings of shutout baseball, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts, setting the Yankees' franchise record for opening day strikeouts. He just looked remarkable. Now, Gerrit Cole is someone that a lot of people have been anticipating. They've been anticipating a season, for Gerrit Cole to go out there and just dominate. And while, it's one start, and we're not going to overreact to one start, there were a lot of really good things to like. Most importantly, the fastball usage and command. I think his command looked excellent. I think he looked excellent. I think everything was just working for him. David Cohn was talking about the shape of his slider. It looked excellent as well. Overall, Gerrit Cole was just working everything really well. He mixed in a couple of curveballs. He mixed in a few changeups. He just looked brilliant. He tossed 95 pitches. That was around where his pitch count was supposed to be for the day. He hit a 99.5 mile an hour fastball with his max velocity today, which I think is impressive this early on. He was sitting 97 miles an hour, which again, really impressive for him to be doing early on into the season. Again, he just looked excellent. We hope he can carry that on into his second start as he's the ace of the New York Yankees. Following that was Wandy Peralta, who tossed 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and had 2 strikeouts. He looked nasty, mixing in that changeup, a couple of sinkers, a couple of pretty good pitches. I mean, he just looked excellent today. Overall, the Yankees are a team that is going to rely heavily on Wandy Peralta because Wandy Peralta is going to be one of their big relievers this year. The Yankees don't have a lot of left-handed options, and the Giants threw out a lot of lefties, and Wandy Peralta was up for the task. Following that was Jonathan Loaizaga, who just needed 2 pitches to get the final out of the 7th inning. And then following him was Ron Marinaccio, who looked stellar. He looked excellent. He had to battle a little bit to get through that final inning there because the Giants were resilient, but 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, no hits, no runs allowed. He was mixing in the fastball, the changeup, got a couple sweepers in there. He's nasty. We know he's nasty. He's Ron the Don. There's a reason why Nick is infatuated with the guy. This dude is freaking gross. But the pitching today, just absolutely excellent for the New York Yankees. They racked up a ton of strikeouts today, 16 on the day with just 3 walks, allowed just 4 hits, and of course, no home runs and no runs allowed. You'll love to see it. And now let's get to the offensive side of the ball. The Yankees hit 2 home runs today, one by Aaron Judge to start the game, and another by Gleyber Torres later on. A 2-run shot from Gleyber, a solo shot from Aaron Judge. Judge had 2 RBIs today. It was an RBI single later in the game to make it 5-0. We didn't get to see a lot of offense from other guys. Cabrera really struggled today. He had 4 strikeouts, though the last one really wasn't his fault. Laz Diaz called a terrible game today. DJ LeMahieu, he got off to pretty poor starts today's game, but then made sure to get an RBI knock in there. Giancarlo Stanton, Anthony Rizzo, Josh Donaldson all had hits. So did Jose Trevino. And he also had a sparkling play where a pop-up was coming back to the field. He had to fight the netting, fight the sun, and he made a play. But overall, I mean, I just think the Yankees looked excellent today. They were patient. They didn't look overly aggressive. Yes, they had some strikeout issues. They did strike out 16 times today as well. But overall, the quality of the at-bats, taking advantage of good situations, not making mistakes, not letting themselves beat themselves. They are a more talented team than the San Francisco Giants, and that showed today. I said this in the pregame. I said this, in the morning podcast. The Yankees are simply a more talented team than the San Francisco Giants are, and they should beat the San Francisco Giants. At the end of the day, this isn't, me sitting here and saying the Yankees are world beaters or they're going to win the World Series because of one game. But these games do matter, right? It's the regular season. A lot of people conflate, not drawing conclusions in April with these games don't matter. Every single game the New York Yankees play from today until the end of the postseason matters. And with that being said, April does matter, but I'm not going to draw conclusions. You're not going to sit here and say Gerrit Cole's going to win the Cy Young just because of today, though today was encouraging. Aaron Judge is not going to hit 70 home runs because of today, though today was encouraging. And the Yankees are going to win the World Series because of today. But today was encouraging, and that's what you love to see. Good signs, quality baseball, excellent pitching, taking advantage of opportunities when they're handed to you, and overall just a very well played game by the New York Yankees. And again, this is a team that has lofty expectations and is trying to go out there and compete for a World Series and win the American League East and finally get through and break through as a core. But this team has some new faces, most importantly Anthony Volpe, who did have a strikeout in a pretty critical situation of the game, though DJ LeMahieu came up for him. Look, he's going to have moments like that. He started off his first play appearance with a walk. I think it was a really good at-bat. He worked it to 3-2, worked his walk, stole second base. He's a dynamic young player. He's going to take some time. He's going to need some time to get acclimated to the major league level. Derek Jeter took 383 plate appearances, and he had a sub-90 WRC plus through those first 383 plate appearances. In the first half of his 1996 season, he was a below-average hitter according to OPS plus, WRC plus, all those fancy little metrics that adjust for league play. And he took off in the second half, went on to win Rookie of the Year, played a huge part in that Yankee team winning the World Series. Things like that matter, right? Jorge Posada got off to a slow start in his career. Bernie Williams, Aaron Judge had a really piss-poor first year when he came up in 2016. Same with Mike Trout. I'm not comparing him to these guys. I'm not trying to sit here and say he's going to go out and be any of those guys, but it's just to say be patient, and I'm sure Yankee fans and you guys are going to all be patient with him, but this isn't just going to be a 1 or 2 or 3 game struggle. It's going to take some time for him, but I think he displayed really good swing decisions. David Cohn is mentioning this on the podcast, or not on the podcast, the broadcast. As long as he's making good swing decisions, that's what you care about, right? The process. It's about how he's getting these results, and as long as he's staying true to his game, he's doing what he does well, the runs will come, the hits will come, the RBIs will come, the home runs will come, stolen bases, all that stuff. It'll all come naturally to him. He's just got to keep playing his style of baseball and not press too much. But with that being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think about today's game. Who do you guys think was your standout player for today? I'm personally picking Gerrit Cole because he's the ace. He was asked to shove. He had to set the tone, and he did. And I think that that's something that doesn't get spoken about enough sometimes when it comes to opening day. Lots of nerves. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's anticipating today. And he went out there and he just shoved. So I think Gerrit Cole's my standout player of the game. Going to give honorable mention to Gleyber Torres and Aaron Judge, who had phenomenal games as well. And shout out the bullpen as well, which was lights out. But again, with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who's your standout player? We'd love to hear what you guys have to think. And you guys can tweet at us at Fireside Yankees on our Twitter account. You can check out our Instagram and our TikTok for reels and highlights. That's covered by Sam, who's an excellent editor and does great work with highlights and making them look sparkling. He's doing a post-game recap there as well that you guys can check out. You guys can check out our YouTube page, of course, if you're right here. And if you're following us on Apple Podcasts and that's how you're listening to this podcast today, make sure to leave us a 5-star rating. Thank you guys again so much for checking us out. We appreciate your support, and we hope to be here with you for you guys to give you guys the content you need this 2023 season. With that being said, I'm Ryan Garcia from Fireside Yankees. You can follow me at Ryan Garcia ESM, where I tweet out stats and got constant articles, and I'm always referencing stuff from the podcast. And of course, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.